solidarity with them. These kind of things cannot continue in this country. Cannot continue in this country. You know, what that woman is saying is very serious. And the celebrities do not come out to support her in this kind of matter. The way everybody has something to say to defend Annie against Two-Face. See, this one will come concern all of us now. Because, you know, now you understand, many of these our celebs, and especially the Nollywood, in Nollywood, the actors and actresses, many of them, they be different national ambassadors. They create different things where they even get meaning. They go launch and they go stand there, ambassador this, but you don't get the thing, they don't get work, they don't get job, they don't just collect money. Many of those kind of positions now, so they set those panel up. Different youth program. This one, that one, that doesn't lead to anything, that is just white elephant. They don't think they can do anything, nobody comes out from it. You don't go ever sell. But go and say the launching different program. This one, poverty alleviation program here. This one, that different name. Many of them get grants from different committees that are sponsored by the government. They cannot come out in this kind of, never. Because for Nigeria, once you have paid, once you have paid a certain kind of money, they will leave you alone. And everybody will get their negotiation. Now one time, everybody for Nigeria one kill the whole gay people for Nigeria. All the gay mafia. We must be gay. Now, I don't say nobody the vex say gay people. No, it is over. No more gay people for Nigeria. The gay matter is now okay. It's fine now. You people are okay. You've calmed down now. All our negotiations, all our backroom action, things when they happen, and that's what keeps many people's mouths shut in different areas. So you can find people excited about certain things, but certain things will happen when really supposed to cause excitement. Nobody will really care to talk about it, Me, I know if you say I want to follow the woman, make her stand for her back, they do Aluta. I can't do that. But I implore Nigerian women to support her in her fight for justice. I implore the famous Nigerian women to stand up. Because what Nigerian women are going through, I don't know why we get this impression of our women. Our mindset, from the talk, we don't understand ourselves really. Both men and women will not be saying, but I want to talk to men, because me I be men. Women get their own for body. And let me say it's a conversation that they must have, within themselves to a certain extent. Before we say we need to have our conversations, which we've not had within ourselves as men, to understand where we are, how we see things, how we relate to our women, how we can be better, especially when we blame women for the things that we do, Now we go on they blame them, saying that their fault, say we they do them, but now we they do them, but now them we they blame. I think we as a people can be better in general as African men in how we approach issues with our women. We must approach issues with our women as African men, from understanding ourselves as African men, and protecting our women at the first step, encouraging our women to get pride in themselves. A lot of that comes from how we execute our own duties to our people, our duties to our country, our duties to our family. That are the things where they bring pride, in the people. Too many things we say about our women that are just not true. And we judge our women by the actions of a very few. We judge our women by the action of a very few of them. So yeah, I don't know what to say about that. But the issue of sex emotion this week, also wider issue that we have to look at as African men. What can we start doing better in our society? What can we start doing better,
Well, if you want to talk about gender in politics, talking to Ita-Giwa will be talking to the wrong person. Do you understand? Because just like I don't support affirmative action, you understand? Although in appointments, excuse me, yeah, I had to fly in for this interview. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. So I think affirmative action is undemocratic. But I just, for time, that we may not have, I believe that once a female is strong enough to contest election, because in all my 32 years of active politics, from House of Rep to Senate, and all 4 elections I won, I never presented myself as a woman. I never presented myself as a man, because God forbid, I don't want to be a man. There's anything like reincarnation, I want to come back a woman. I presented myself as a person. And that's the upbringing I had from my mother, who was a very active journalist. She was a good mother and wife.
And writer.
Yes, and active, in and out of jail. Yeah. So that's the upbringing I have. So once you go to that arena, you present yourself as a person. I watched that interview, and I felt very bad as a woman and as a female politician, which I am till today. I'm a great fan of Senator Akpoti. And again, I don't even know when this started, calling senators by first name. Yeah. That is totally out of order. It's like you're talking about one girl in somewhere.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You understand? No senator should be addressed by first name, Senator Akpoti. Now, when that lady...
It not only
she should be Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan then.
Yes, you understand?
When that not only rude, Senator, it is also bad English. To call people bad. Professor Anthony.
Yeah,
it is title and surname
even at all times. Yes, according to it's even out of order, in my opinion. Yes. Now, when that lady won election, I don't know her. But, for her courage and, the struggle she fought on until she won the election, I actually looked for her number and called her. And I said to her that I think I see another Ita-Giwa in you. You struggle, you won the election. Go there, be strong, and represent your people very well. I didn't know her, but she was happy that I called her. Now, when the nightclub thing happened, again, I was out of Lagos. I was even calling Ozzy. I said, please tell him or tell Mr. Bati, I'd like to come and talk about it, but unfortunately I couldn't make it because I also felt it was out of order for somebody who is presiding to have the word nightclub cross his mind. You understand, when you're handling the issues of a country as number 3 man. So if at all he said that, I felt it was totally out of order and needed to apologize to women and to that lady, which eventually Senate President did, But, on this matter, I am not with Akpoti. You understand? Number one, it is the worst sign of weakness on a woman's part. You understand? For you to come out and accuse a man or accuse a man of making passes at you at that level. There are 109 senators. It is not easy to win election to the Senate. Now, the Senate President is first amongst equals. We have arrived there as somebody. I had 7 local governments with me, so I went there with strength. And my God, I won this election. So I saw everybody there as equals, and then we sit down and decide who is going to lead, because in every group there has to be a leader, which is what the Senate President is. But that, again, there's something that I'm hearing that each time I hear that, my heart means a beat. That a senator will get up and address Mr. Senate President as sir. Yeah. That's another undemocratic language, which should not be in the Senate chambers. It is Mr. Senate President. Even if you have to call that Mr. Senate President 10 times, you do that, you address Mr. Senate President. Because Mr. Senate President embodies the entire Senate chambers. That's number one, that's out of order. Now, in terms of presentation of bills or, presentation of any material, you understand? Mandatorily, there are leaders. Mandatorily, there's a chairman of Rules and Business Committee, who again is carefully chosen. You understand? It's somebody who is very, very knowledgeable. You understand? Very, very highly respected. Somebody that will not negotiate anything. Because everybody wants his or her matter to enter. And then mandatorily, beginning of every week, the Senate President must call a meeting of principal officers to look through the business of the day from the following day. Principal officers will now agree that this is presentation. So there's no way anything can be sneaked in. Okay. Now, for a senator, if you want a matter, but also when you go back to the Senate, and when the other part is announced and the business of the day is announced, you have a right to bring up a matter of national urgent importance, which the Senate President is obliged to allow you.
Okay.
You understand, whether he likes it or not. So if you want your matter put in the other paper, you go and lobby the principal officer. That if it is that urgent, or if in our own time you didn't have to order.
I come in here because we need to set a lot of context. I get what you're saying, as regards how the Senate runs, but the difference is the fact that she was standing on privileges with that Order 10 because of what she wanted to say, and she has also made very strong allegations that is because of the sexual advances made, and she has not succumbed. That's why she's being treated that way in the Senate. So are you saying? You said something just now that I was taken aback, ma. You said you feel disappointed that NATASHA came out to air a point. So is it that when a woman is sexually harassed, as she claims, she should keep quiet? Misogyny should continue?
No, I don't...
That women should not speak up? Nobody should talk? Because she has won the election, she's in the Senate now?
You have passed that... But by the time you contest election and get to Senate, you understand? Yeah. You have passed that... you have passed that stage of your life of being sexually harassed.
Really?
So yes, by the time if you go there and start, you have passed that. You go there, so you are all equal in that Senate.
So, really? So if somebody...
You are all equal, it's out of order. And again, it shows weakness. You don't allow it.
So is it a show of weakness for a woman to speak out?
It cannot happen in the Senate.
Really?
I'm not saying that the lady is lying.
I'm not done.
But again, my dear, when you get to Senate, you are there as a person. You are not there as a man or woman. You are there as a person. It doesn't matter what you are carrying between,
but she's
whatever.
Complaining that there's no equality.
You are there. And then, mind you,
she's complaining about.
I don't think at this stage of... I respect that girl. I like her. She's very intelligent. Very, very well spoken. You understand? But I do not think that the person you call sir, because first of all, if you call somebody sir, then you are giving the person a cane to whip you.
Senator Ita-Giwa, let me ask you a question, a very direct question.
You understand? I'm not doubting what she's saying, but I'm saying that
it is very clear.
No. I'm not that, but I'm saying that it would not happen in the Senate.
In the Senate, it should.
You understand? And it should not happen in the Senate. And again, I'm not here to defend anybody.
Yes.
In politics, people joke and say things to each other.
Yes.
In politics, you touch a lot. You do things a lot. You understand? You understand? But I don't know. I think this thing, for me,
Senator Ita-Giwa,
my issue is that this lady, whatever it is, should be sorted out.
You think she has not handled it well? I think, do I interpret it well?
You understand?
I think that is your point.
So don't come here and
Senator
sit on television and then, you come here to say that you are not a college girl. You are not. You are.
But Senator, I don't want you.
By the time we get to Senate, you are qualified to be president of the country. By the time we get to Senate, you are qualified to be president of the country. And there are procedures that you must abide by the procedure. I'm a great fan of that lady, but I'm not a fan of any lady. Any lady. It's like you waking up tomorrow to say that Mr. Abasi is harassing you, so you cannot present.
I think she mentioned to me.
Yes.
So, ma'am, as a lady, as a woman, since you referred to me, there's no level at which we do not experience sexual harassment. You can choose to keep quiet about it, but I think
you're not keeping quiet, it's allowing it.
I know. I do think it's disrespectful to women who have the courage to come out to speak, to say that they were not sexually harassed because they reached a certain level.
Not at that
I'm just speaking from my perspective.
Not in the Senate chamber.
Let me play something and ask you a question. So that I don't misunderstand it. Your position is that you're not saying Senator Akpoti is lying. What you say is the way she's handling it is what you don't agree with.
I don't have any comment on whether she's lying or not.
Exactly.
Number one, the Senate President has the prerogative to allocate seats.
Yes.
So for me, please listen to me. You understand? If I come there, you say you have changed my seat, I go and take my seat.
The new seat.
You understand? I go and take my new seat. I was given in Akpoti when I was there, because I did not vote for a Senate president. You understand? Yes. My own was not such, I don't even allow it.
Anyway,
it's not allowed. You don't have the opportunity. You understand? I'm a civilized woman, so we know what to do by the time we get to that level. But when I was given that last house next to the bush, you understand, in Apo village. And I knew that happened because I did not vote for that Senate president. So I quickly went to Asoko and rented a house and moved out. Now, another thing, when I wanted to come here during the the last issue.
The nightclub.
My input was, what I was coming here to tell you was that if a senator, what we used to do in our time, if a senator raises his hand to speak, and you are not allowed to speak, what I used to do in our time was that I would simply walk out, take a bow, walk out of the Senate, and go out and call a press conference. I called the media and tell them what I wanted.
And therein the question, that's the question I wanted to ask you.
You have that power. There's so much power
in
your hand. There's so much you can do. There's so much you can do.
But Senator Ita-Giwa, don't you think it's denigrating on a lot of women that speak up when they are being harassed sexually, that you just brushed it aside today and say once you get to a Senate level, no man can sexually harass? Hope you know.
No, you cannot because it's not allowed.
Let me finish, ma.
I can advise the men how to avoid it.
Hope you know that there are women that are being raped in their marriages.
That's a different thing.
So if somebody, because she's a senator, is being sexually harassed,
in the Senate
like
chambers,
she claimed,
you are there as
like
one of the men.
No,
you understand? You don't give room to that.
Senator, let me finish.
Hold on,
let me finish. Please, I beg you. In this case, in this same Senate, we have seen how Ireti Kingibe has been treated. We have seen how other female senators have been denigrated. And NATASHA, Senator NATASHA Akpoti here, is saying that the reason why she's being treated that way because there was a prior case of sexual harassment. And what I read from what you are saying, Ma, is that once you get to a position of a senator in the country, you can't be sexually harassed. You too, you are a man, you should stand up to them.
No, I'm not saying don't put words
that she's being harassed.
I did not say that you are a man. Okay, I'm saying that when you get to that chamber of 109 people, you are a person.
Yeah,
you understand? And you are one of the people. Because what favor are you asking for? You all want election to be there. You want to put your issue in the other paper. You put it and it will appear on the other paper.
Can I just ask
you don't have to.
Can I ask
in politics, my dear, when I go for meetings and they want to do fundraising,
yes, ma'am.
You see, because that's what women do. Because you let them, look at you as a weaker sex. So you say that if you want to do fundraising, say, okay, we are trying to raise 10 million. Ita-Giwa will raise your hand, okay, out of that 10 million, I want to give 3 million. Yes. Because I will not give you opportunity, because we are together. Yes, there are ways that we are for such a pretty intelligent girl. Okay. You don't allow it. Okay. In my 32 years, I've never been made passat.
Okay, great. Okay, so ma'am,
in my 32 years,
round off now. Because it's not what you're saying is quite a revelation.
You don't allow it. And people joke a lot. In politics, there's a lot of people joke a lot. Yes, people hold each other's hand. People can say that, okay, do you have nicknames that we call each other?
Okay. All right, let's just ask you a question for the girls that are watching and the women that are watching. You said that there's a way...
Women should protect themselves. You understand? Women should carry themselves. You don't allow it.
You said that there's a way...
You can send a message that don't come here.
Yes, I want you to talk to them. You said that there's a way, so we don't know the way because we are still sexually harassed. So since you know the way that it is, so that you avoid it, can you share with the women who are watching with us, who are at that level, who are still being intimidated, what to do?
I feel for the young girls in the universities and who are growing up. But what I'm saying today is that by the time you grow up and decide to be a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, you must have built so much confidence in yourself.
Okay, so it's lack of
you understand?
Yes,
you understand? You understand? You must have been. No. Why are you talking like that?
No, I mean, is it lack of confidence that makes her?
No, don't, I understand English like you do. No, you understand? I'm saying that as a woman, you understand? Can I make my point?
Yes, please.
You must have built so much confidence in yourself. Do you know what it is for you to win election to get to Senate? You struggle like a man. You were not given the mandate. That girl won election. That girl lost election. That girl went to court and fought and got to Senate. So by the time you get there, you have as much authority as the other men have.
And so you don't look at yourself. Sexual harassment.
For me, I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but my personal opinion is that at that stage in the Senate, if you come and say that somebody is sexually harassing you, it's a weakness.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. I think you made your point.
You make yourself unapproachable.
All right. But I think that's
you understand. You don't let anybody take you around and show you another. You don't allow it. You make yourself unapproachable in the midst of men. I've been in the midst of men all my life.
All right.
Okay. You understand?
So confidence and being unapproachable.
Yes.
Is that a third thing?
Of course, you make yourself unapproachable.
Unapproachable.
Okay.
Because you all won election, you have a right. Your issue must be in the other paper.
Okay.
Whether you like it or not.
I might sound stupid with this, but
yes,
how does a good-looking woman like Natasha make herself unapproachable by men?
I don't think when I was in the Senate, I'm still not ugly, even as something.
How does a good-looking woman make herself unattractive?
I like that girl
men?
too much.
Yes.
You understand? And if all of you want to be honest, why would you go to the point of saying your husband went to beg for your other people to be in the DC? For goodness sake, do you know what it is to? The point I'm making, please. Do you know what it is for a woman to win election to get to Senate?
No, I know, but I'm just asking you.
You go and exercise your rights,
so we have to
and then you don't allow it. You're unapproachable. You are here for business.
Okay, we're out of time.
If you touch my hand, hello, hi, how are you? You
out
drop
of
your
time
hand.
This
Why do you allow?
Yes, we're out of time. We're out of time now.
Important people touch. It doesn't mean
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. It's a very serious sexual harassment.
Is there with the person I have a foundation? I fight it.
Yes, okay, fantastic.
You understand? At that level,
Thank you
children.
so much, ma'am. It's a serious issue, and I think that there will be broader conversation.
When you get to Senate, you are all the same thing.
All right.
If the Senate President touches you and talks to you,
so much, ma'am.
You are greeting and talking. Yes,
I'm sure some people would have something to say about that, especially women at that level who still consistently get harassed.
No, women should not at that level. We should fight for our children in school. Natasha and I should be fighting for the children in universities. You understand? Not in the Senate.
Thank you.
My lovers, I don't understand how people will come out to defend a man who has not for once come out to defend himself. If AKPABIO not told that he's not guilty of this allegation from Senator Natasha, he would have come out for a long time, since last week, that this allegation of his sexual harassment towards his own fellow senator in the Senate House in Nigeria. This is coming from Senate President. He hasn't even come out to say, I do or I did not do, or it was just out of joke. I don't understand. Why is it that it seems like he paid these people to come out and talk trash? The first time they deployed women to go and protest against Natasha. The second one, this Ebonyi of Ebonyi State went on air yesterday to talk trash. That he is an eyewitness. This life get CB. People not take am easy for this country. The main person, the main victim, the person that is guilty of this, that this allegation was made against him, has never for once come out to say yes or no, which is AKPABIO. And you people are busy defending this man. Okay? You could not take am easy. Mind that who would not take the defend person when they sleep on his own house. Person when you don't feel it, the mind, don't know what they do for back. Now you now come out publicly to defend. Wahala, it be like bicycle. And you saying because someone is a senator, he has outgrown sexual harassment. Damn it. Where is your reasoning? Does it mean that when these people get old, they become to reason, their reasoning now turn to quack reasoning? That is why he said that Nigeria is not moving forward. Look at what we call the female senators we have in Nigeria. Look at what they said. 3 of them. This is the 3rd one that is coming on air to talk about Senator Natasha. None of them even protected Natasha. None of them even supported this girl to say, this woman to say, okay, we want to find the truth of this matter so that we know how to protect ourselves against such repetition. I don't know if people are getting me. Why don't they be like bicycle, my people? We're too not got to talk. Tell us in the comment section, what is your own opinion regarding this?